My name is MAzconeCOTY, and I am an administrative assistant, and I live in Irving, and I've been in the Get You in Shape boot camp since June. Before I started the Get You in Shape boot camp, I was really not in a good place, both physically and mentally. I was about twice the weight I should be, and a lot of times the highlight of my day, unfortunately, was coming home from work and watching a show I had recorded while eating ice cream. So that wasn't good. And I would do it really quickly before my husband got home and saw me. I didn't want anyone to see me do it. I've tried a ton of different weight loss programs, and even though some of them worked, it was usually always a short-term fix, and I usually gained the weight back plus some. So that was not really good. And honestly, I started to think that I would never lose this weight, and that I would always have to just get used to the feeling of feeling embarrassed and missing out on things because of my weight, and just, you know, feeling bad about myself. I turned 50 this year, and that really woke me up and made me decide I really need to take a serious look at my weight issue. I have been avoiding mirrors and cameras and so forth, just because, you know, I didn't like what I would see, and actually I really think I was in denial about how overweight I was. But doctors had told me that if I didn't lose this weight very soon, I would become diabetic, and also I had a high risk for heart disease and stroke, which those things already run in my family. So I decided I really needed to do something now, and so that's when I made the decision that I wanted to join the Get You in Shape boot camp, and I was going to give it my best shot. Okay. The night before I joined the Get You in Shape boot camp, I was really terrified, and actually I was kind of having a little bit of panic attacks, but my husband, who's really supportive, encouraged me to go ahead and go anyway, so I did. And I was glad I did. But I was pretty terrified, you know, of several things. I was embarrassed about how I was going to look when I was exercising and so forth. And then we did some running, which I never have been good at that, and haven't done that since probably junior high. So that was really hard for me. And I think one of the instructors noticed I was having a hard time. So they came up to me and said, you know, how's it going? I said, oh, you know, honestly, I thought I wanted to cry because I felt like I was probably gonna have to quit because I just couldn't run. And she explained to me how I could just go at my own rate. I didn't have to worry about what other people were doing, just do the best I can. And then she guaranteed me that I would definitely get better, and it worked. It was true. And the other day I ran a mile without stopping, which is a darn miracle for me, so that was pretty great. And so I'm really glad that I did it. I'm really glad that I joined, and that I went ahead and made the decision. The most important tools that I think have helped me from the Get You in Shape program is the sense of accountability. If you don't show up, people notice, and it's hard to explain why you're not there. So it's just easier to show up. I'm not very disciplined, and it's very hard for me to exercise on my own. So this really works well for me to have a structured setting that's scheduled. I know the days and I know the times that I'm going to go, and that helps me to develop a habit that will make me more successful, because it becomes not a decision but yet a habit that I do. Another tool that I really like about the boot camp is the weigh-ins, because although it's sometimes not so fun, it actually helps me to say, okay, I know a weigh-in's coming up, I'm going to be measured, I really need to stay on track, because if I don't, I'm not gonna get that number I'd like. I've also tried their 24-day plan, which I had really great results from. I lost 15 pounds that month I did it. And what really though helped me from that plan was having a structured meal planning where I didn't have to think about what I was going to eat. I knew what I was going to eat, when I was going to eat it, which made it easier, but then also it made me think more about what I was actually eating and not eat out of habit, which I realized later that's what I did. I ate out of habit. And so it gave me a whole different outlook toward what I ate and what I put in my mouth and the consequences of what I put in my mouth. Also, I enjoy the contests because they give you good incentive, you know, to do better. And actually, at one contest, I was second up for the biggest loser percentage weight loss, and that was really cool. And I also really enjoy the emails. We get these emails regularly. They give you tips, they give you information, they give you motivational videos, ideas on meal planning, all kinds of things that help you to become overall healthy, not just physically, but also mentally. And, you know, nutrition also. So I really appreciate that because that's really, I've learned that it is an overall change in attitude and in a lifestyle. And the support that I get regularly from those emails is really helpful. And it's not like other exercise plans or even diet programs where you go and you leave and that's it. You have that 1 hour there and then you're on your own until the next time you go there. This Get You in Shape is nothing like that. You're constantly given support. You're constantly told to reach out, ask questions. If anything you don't understand, please contact them because they really want to help you get in shape and do the best you can. Since I joined Get You in Shape in June, which was like 6 months ago, I have lost 45 pounds and have lost 44 inches. I've gone down 2 dress sizes, and that's really been fun and great and actually kind of a little scary, you know, that I've been able to do that in such a short amount of time, which is something I've tried to do for years and couldn't do. So now I've got the worry, instead of worrying about clothes being too tight, now I've got the worry about they're too darn loose. And should I buy more because I'm going to lose more? So that's a really good problem to have. Okay. One of the great benefits that I've enjoyed from Get You in Shape is just this overall desire to actually move around, which is not like me. I mean, if there was some kind of activity going on, I would be happy to sit on the sidelines and keep score or whatever. But now I actually like doing things where I'm actually doing something versus sitting there and watching something. And that's a huge change for me. That's a huge attitude change. So I've even started doing things also that I've never done before, like taking stairs all the time and not taking the elevator, walking faster when I walk, trying to incorporate some little kind of exercise, little tidbits I would have never thought to do. Like, you know, if I don't have an hour, I'm not going to do anything at all. But instead, incorporate what I'm actually doing to help me get even better in shape. And I've really enjoyed that. As a matter of fact, this past 4th of July, we were at my in-laws' lake house, and we were walking down to the lake. And my grandkids were actually in the car next to me, and I was walking. So I told them, I said, I'm going to race you to the lake. And so I started running, and they thought it was so hilarious because they have never seen me run before. And they're like cheering me on and singing the Rocky song and everything, just being really silly. And actually, I so enjoyed that. That was so much fun. And I even ran all the way to the lake, which I couldn't even believe. Usually, it's hard to walk all the way to the lake. If I get out of breath and I'm just really tired, I'd rather drive. So that was cool. It's a whole different outlook of wanting to move around, and it's really exciting. One of the most surprising things that has happened to me since I joined the boot camp was it was not what I thought it would be. I thought it would be the weight loss, but actually what's been more exciting and fulfilling is my attitude, my new attitude about me. I'm really starting to feel good about me, which it's been a long time since I have felt that way. And you know, it's always been hard for me to take compliments because I really didn't think I was that person that they would give compliments for. And so I would think, you know, I would be fearful because, you know, I'm afraid they're going to realize that I'm a fake, that I'm not that person. I just saw myself as basically a loser in a lot of areas. But you know, I used to look at people and think, gosh, I wish I was like them, you know, more athletic, thinner, and so forth, and kind of wish that I could be thinner and all this. But now I have a different attitude. Now it's, you know what? I can be that person. And I can even be better than that person. I can be better than I ever thought I could be. I can even maybe, actually, someone was talking to me the other day like I was athletic, which totally shocked me because I would have never applied that term to myself. But I'm learning now to start applying those terms, that I can be that person, and that's the most fulfilling part of this boot camp. The weight loss has been awesome, but feeling good about me has been the biggest gift that I've received. This past Thanksgiving, we were giving thanks for what we were thankful for before the dinner, and my son gave thanks for his mom. I was so much more confident now, and that made me feel so good that he even had noticed that they've noticed a change in me. And then I would hear now and then that my husband was going around and bragging on me, and that was really neat. And you know, it's when your family's proud of you, it really doesn't get better than that. And when you're proud of yourself, it's right up there with that. Okay, as far as why I should win Client of the Year, you know, I can't say that I deserve it more than anyone else because everyone works really hard. But I can say that the changes that I have seen in myself are so rewarding and surprising. It's like a gift every day.
Hey girl, show your big muscles! Show your big muscles!
Alright, let's go. Let's restart. Let's go restart.
Okay, I'll race you to the bridge.